Grand Chief Mike Delisle was in Calgary on February 11th and 12th to raise concerns with representatives of Enbridge, the National Energy Board, and the Trans-Canada Pipeline Corporation. KTV caught up with the Grand Chief to ask him for an update on how those meetings went.
Over Wednesday and Thursday of last week, we met first with the Trans-Canada Pipeline Corporation. It went very well. The second day was Enbridge in the morning, which we've had ongoing discussions with for about 2 years or so. Again, went very well. And the last one Thursday afternoon with National Energy Board and National Resources Canada on a webcast didn't go very well. So 2 out of 3, I guess, in terms of the meeting. The content was some overlap. Trans-Canada, we don't have a relationship with. We've signed a letter of agreement to have discussions, which kicked off this past Wednesday afternoon. Myself, Francis Walsh, Patrick Regaz, and Dennis Deibel met with the Senior Vice President, Mr. Houston, and his staff. A couple of people we had met before when they first came here to look for engagement from Kahnawake. Again, this is the Energy East pipeline that they're looking to build. It's a brand new facility and utility that hasn't begun construction yet. So we want to ensure that they understood what Kahnawake's principles were, obviously tied to the environment and the lands, given our relationship to. And like I said, I think it went very well. They understood. At the beginning, they were looking for an agreement to be signed based on a template that they have across Canada. It doesn't fit our needs. We told them that pretty frankly in letters in the past, and now face to face. They referred to us as a bit of an annoyance in a different terminology that I'm not going to share with the community. But at the end of the meeting, I think they had a very good understanding of where we're coming from, what our intentions are, and it is to engage, just as we did with Enbridge and the National Energy Board, to ensure that our voice is heard, not only on behalf of Kahnawake and the Mohawks of Kahnawake, but all across Canada. Not everybody has the same type of, I'll say, capacity to deal with some of these issues nationally. So we feel it's a good opportunity for us to engage with them to ensure that they're listening and hearing what other First Nations have to say as well. With Trans-Canada, we haven't formed a position yet. They're looking to have National Energy Board agreement and permission so far as sometime in the next year or so. Kahnawake's position is that environmental concerns and our voice must be heard. Enbridge, we've had an ongoing communication with them and participation through National Energy Board and them directly. And again, our environmental concerns, 115 plus, the majority of which have been addressed, still remain at a number of 6 or 7 outstanding. We want to have that solidified before we lock into a longer term engagement with them on those environmental concerns. The National Energy Board, we want to ensure that they have the tools necessary to make the type of decisions that is being asked of them from Canada, and they needed to hear it from us, from the horse's mouth, so to speak, to ensure that our not only environmental but also operational concerns are addressed by them and National Resources Canada.
KTV also asked the Grand Chief to address local misinformation and rumors that a pipeline is coming through Kahnawake.
It's absolutely false. It's almost comical. We've stood strongly by that Kahnawake position of not another inch. We're not selling off any Kahnawake land or allowing any other infrastructure to come to the community. At this point, hopefully the community has that faith and trust in us overall. We didn't go to Calgary to sign a deal with Trans-Canada Pipeline or Energy Board or Enbridge Pipeline as well. It's an ongoing discussion and conversation solely due on Kahnawake's environmental concerns. So no problem saying that there is no pipeline coming through Kahnawake.